Good morning, Rebels, and welcome back to my life. As you guys know, I'm a little bit of a geek, and very few of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis contribute to the world improving in any meaningful way. But I do know some people who work every single day trying to make the world a better place, and when I can, I try to help them out. Now, Andy and Julianne, two of my best friends, do a lot of work for a human rights organization that, among other things, campaigns to stop abuses in the medical industry and to help survivors who have been betrayed by the people who are supposed to be helping them. Once a year, I help them set up and break down the organization's biggest event, which is a fundraising dinner that happens in downtown Los Angeles. So this year I went to help break the event down, and because I arrived about an hour early, I found myself wandering the streets of Los Angeles. I found myself looking up at the skyscrapers that I've seen in city after city and wondering if there's something inherently majestic in these massive constructs, or if all their grandeur is just in our heads because we know how many men gave their blood and sweat and sometimes lives to build them. And my mind boggled at how much money went into every single one of these structures. Then, as if the skyscrapers themselves weren't enough, I saw another exaggerated display of wealth in a modern art statue. Then I went into the lobby of the Bonaventure, and despite the beauty of its high ceilings and bubbling fountains, I was only able to think of how all that water would be months of supply for a village in Haiti, or in sub-Saharan Africa where my cousin Sherry spends months every year building irrigation and other infrastructure for the people of Tanzania. I thought about what would happen if we took even 1/10 of the money and effort that we've spent on things like that modern art structure, or those skyscrapers, or that lobby, and spent it instead on helping the people of developing countries in the world who often don't even have food or a reliable source of water. Then the breakdowns began and I went inside, and at first all I saw was another display of wealth, a huge banquet hall set up for people in suits and dresses to come and meet each other and hang out and rub elbows. But as we started to actually break things down, I saw another side of things. The people who were here working on this event weren't some rich hobnobs, we weren't multimillionaires, we weren't even very wealthy. We were all here giving our time and our effort to raise money and awareness for all of the people in the world who weren't even as lucky as we were. And yes, to some degree it's all fueled by rich people donating large sums of money, but it's also fueled by people like us, the girls in the cocktail dresses who helped wrap up tablecloths, and the boys in our cargo shorts who dismantled the stage piece by piece and loaded it into the back of a rental truck. People like us, you and me and the people at this event, are the face of change around the world. Whether we're paying for a whole plane load of volunteers to fly down to Africa for disaster relief, or we're staying up until 3 in the morning breaking down a fundraising dinner. That's when I went into the hotel parking garage and found that my free parking pass had expired and I had to pay $10 for the privilege of leaving their establishment. And on the way home I thought that maybe the next day I should talk to Julianne and try to get reimbursed for it. But as I was driving, the most profound thought of the night struck me. I rarely ever donate to charity, and yet I had no problem pulling out my Visa and swiping it in that card reader so that I could get my car out of that garage. Does that make me a bad person? No. It just illustrates that the immediacy of a problem is the number one thing that makes us figure out a solution for it. And one of the reasons that we have so much difficulty solving the world's problems is that for most of us who are able to do something about it, it's not in our face all the time. Simply by going out and volunteering my time, I'm about 90% ahead of most Americans. And yet I'm not anywhere close to Julianne and Andy, who work tirelessly for little pay to make the world a better place. So I consider that $10 for parking well spent, not for the time that I was allowed to park in the building, but for the lesson I learned because of it. Thanks a lot for watching, Rebels, and if you too want to dedicate yourself to helping the world be a better place than it already is, I know an awesome place to do so. As I said, my cousin Sherry is on the board of an organization called Empower Tanzania that works to establish irrigation and clean drinking water and other infrastructure for the people of Tanzania. You can click on the link below, which is also in the description. Give any amount that you want. That's it for today's Deep Thoughts. Yesterday I wrote 4,812 words for you, and Wormspire is almost done. Sound effect! Thanks again for watching, Rebels, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Subscribers are the reasons that I keep doing these videos, so if you want more, please subscribe. People who buy and read my books are the reason that I'm financially able to keep doing these videos, so you should check those out over there. And people who wear merchandise based on my books are just freaking awesome, and you can check that out right down there. Whether or not you do click on any of those links, you're still pretty awesome, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!